How does it feel getting your first race medal yesterday?
It feels amazing. It feels great. I love it.
Will you do that again?
Ha, absolutely. The
Do you
next
think
one.
you will ever go for the full marathon?
Yes. Yes. Maybe before the end of this year or early next year.
Rooting for you.
Thank you.
So I saw a post on your Instagram page. You were talking about how you didn't see any changes. I mean, maybe you added some weight when you were still playing volleyball.
Yeah.
You were still exercising, but there was no any change. And now I saw the transformation.
Yes.
You posted the picture of before and after. And what did you do or what changed? Compare when you were active and you could not see that change, and now that you could see the change, what's changed? What's the shift?
Okay, so like I've gotten this question like more than 1 million times. Like a lot of people that saw that post came to my DM and were asking me questions and all of that. And I think for me, I just felt that time when I was working out, you know how it's easy for you to think that because you're working out, you can just be careless with the way you eat. You can just be eating anyhow, which was the case for me. Because I was working out, I felt that I could eat anyhow because it was, my idea was that I'll go to the gym the following day and then I'll go and work out and, burn it. And that time I was not tracking my weight. I was not tracking the calories I was eating. I wasn't doing it. I was very, it was just very careless. I just had the mindset that because I was working out, I could eat anyhow, anything. And when I mean anything, of course, sure, there's some people that, eat anyhow without tracking anything. But my own eating anyhow was the case that I was constantly eating spaghetti, bread. I feel like bread was like a major enemy for me at that point. I love bread. Bread is really like my best food. I can buy a family size loaf of bread and hot sauce, and the bread is usually very nice. Oh my God. If I buy this bread, I can finish that bread. Family size, when I mean family size, this long, I can finish it in a go. And I don't eat bread, and the way people eat bread and they'll be like, oh, I'm having breakfast, they'll eat little bread with egg. I don't eat it like that. I might be working on my system and then I'll just have the bread, I'll just be biting it. And before you know it, I'll finish it. And that's like about over 1,000 calories without me knowing. So even if I go to the gym and I burn like say some 300 calories, there's no balance.
Yeah.
And I did that for like a very long time. So like it was later, one time like that, a friend of mine, my best friend who is in Abuja, she reached out to me, we were just talking on a video call, and she was like, Harriet, have you seen your stomach? So I was not even conscious of the fact that I was adding those weights because I just knew that because I was working out. So she told me, and after that call with her, I just went to go and make it. That was when I made that before video. I made that video and I'm like, I said, what? Harriet, what? Is this you? No, this cannot be you. This cannot be you. So I saw that video and so I took pictures. And I can remember that day, I cried. I was in my room, I cried. I'm like, Harriet, like you've messed yourself up. And like, So it's like, sometimes the way you can take pictures that the way you stand will not even expose how you look. So I think that's what I've been doing like for a while. And so when I noticed that, I knew that I had to, do something. I continued working out because, I was working out even until that point. But I made a change. The change I made was to my meal. So one thing I've realized from that journey is that you can be working out for a very long time, but if you're not doing anything to your meals, if you're not eating, if your eating habit is not clean, like it's going to be detrimental to you on your fitness journey. So like your nutrition is like a huge part of your fitness journey. If you really want to have a certain kind of body, if you want to have a certain kind of look, then you cannot not have like a clean eating habit. So
you starting to run, when did that start and how did you get into that?
So I feel like running came along the way for me. So okay, part of the things that we did for our training during volleyball was, some light jogging. So I already had that in me as a basis, yeah. And so when I went for my National Youth Service Corps program, the place because I've been like an active girl all my life, where I was staying, there was no gym there. So I just felt like I needed to do something. So because I didn't get access to a gym, I started to run. So I would wake up very early in the morning around 5, and then I would jog to, one particular place, come back and then do some abs workouts, do some, mini workouts, and then I'll call it for a day. So that was a way of me staying active. But as at that time, I didn't really term it as running. It was just something I would just do to just get by, for fun and all of that. Not until, and this was 2021, and so not until last year, so I have some friends that usually run, and then they would post their Strava results on their WhatsApp, and then I would see it, and I'm like, Harriet, but you can do this, right? So before I knew it, there were times that, so I'm a filmmaker as well, I produce films. So sometimes when I go for productions and I come back, I'll just notice that I've added, a bit of weight. And if you know me, I don't want to add weight. I don't want to be fat. I don't ever want to be, I've been there before and I don't I don't want to add weight. I don't want to go past what I am now. So when I come back for my productions, I'll be like, okay, what can I quickly do to, quickly, shed off some, few pounds and all of that. So I'll just okay, let me just run. And then, but I kept postponing it until one day, October 1st, which was, Nigerians' Independence Day. there are some friends of mine that came up with one tribe fitness community called Fit Tribe. So they
Okay.
organized a walk from this Excellence Hotel to Ikeja. So I followed them, and then we went for that walk. And that walk was, I think, at the end of the walk, we came back. Everything was like about some 14,000 steps. So I'm like, all right, so this wasn't bad, you know. So after that October, I didn't do anything in October, but in November, I was like, okay, let me try something. So I tried to go. I simulated that walk again. So I went alone. I went that walk. I came back and I felt that, oh, it wasn't that bad. Afterwards, on the, I think it's on the 29th or so, yeah, if I remember correctly, because I knew that I made a content about it and I posted it on my Instagram. So I think that same day, that was the day I went for the walk. I got back and I liked it. And before I knew it, I started jogging. So I started with, jogging and walking
All
in
right.
between. And that was how my journey into running started. So I actively started running in October 2025. And then all through to January, I would run like, say, 2 times in a week or 3 times in a week, as the case may be. And then come February 2026, I just finished my first
Your
race
first race.
at the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon. And it was an interesting journey. That was how the whole fitness thing started. So it started with me being a volleyballer. So I started playing volleyball, and I played
Right.
volleyball for a long time. And then when I got to secondary school, I was still playing volleyball, but not as active as when I was in primary school. And then when I got to university, I played it like professionally. I joined the school team, and then I mean we played for a while, and I even became like the female captain
Wow.
for the female team. So I was captain for like 3 years before I graduated.
You were talking about nutrition, and which is the major thing you changed that gave you these results. What is your main plan? What is it like? What do you eat day in day out?
Okay, so I don't think I can absolutely or exclusively share everything here
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, this is what is like a service I offer to people, they pay for it and all
Mm-hmm.
of that. But what I can say is that um, I literally try to, I always make my plate beautiful when I want to eat. So
Okay.
when I say plate, if there's going to be like carbs, there's going to be veggies, there's going to be like protein, there's going to be, so by the time you combine all of that, it just makes your plate like look really pretty. For example, if I'm eating some rice, I pair my rice usually with some vegetables, and then I have eggs on it, and then I have either fish or meat. So that already, the plate already looks beautiful
Mm-hmm.
to eat. And then another major thing I also tried to, so for my research, I did a lot of research, by the way. So one of the things I actually found out during my research was that your first meal is actually very important.
All
The
right.
meal you eat
All right.
first thing in the day is actually very important because while your body is at rest during the course of the night, your body, your insulin, everything is down.
Yeah.
So if you are starting your first meal of the day with carbohydrate, it is detrimental to you because it is literally just going to, spike your insulin level. And insulin is something that is responsible for us,
So,
adding.
is it that you're not supposed to have carbohydrates in your first meal at all?
Yes. So
At
even if
all.
at all, at
Mm-hmm.
all. So even if you're going to eat it, now here is what I advise. Even if you're going
Okay.
to eat it, try starting with some fats, some protein, and then after that, you cannot eat any other thing. But the first thing that wakes up your digestive system, that wakes up your system, should not be carbohydrates.
All right.
So what I do is when I wake up usually I would have like some avocados, some eggs. Usually that's what I'll have, and then maybe I like continue with other meals. So let's say for example I want to take oats. For example, I will make sure that the first thing that will enter into my mouth before I have that oats meal is some avocados or some eggs. Even if it's just one, I will just try and make sure that the first thing that's entering my mouth is not oats. Even if oats is the main meal I want to have, that is not going to be the first thing that will enter into my mouth. I will make sure that I'm having some avocados or some eggs before any other meal. So basically, it's not like that you can't have carbohydrates as your first meal, but that should not be the first thing that will enter into your mouth.
You do strength training, like going to the gym, lifting weight. Do you do that apart from running?
Yes, I do that a lot. I work out from Monday to Friday every week, except if I'm not around and I'm away for production. But once I'm around, I do that like Monday to Friday.
So I've heard things like running can affect how you grow your muscle. Maybe you lose muscle when you're running. I don't know. Based on your own experience, what do you think about that? How do you balance running with lifting of weight and growing muscle?
Okay, so that's the reason why I don't run every day. I run 2 to 3 times every week. So if I'm running on Mondays, okay, no, I usually run Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And that's because I structured it in such a way that on Mondays at the gym are usually like my leg days. So I lift very heavy. Because if you are running, there are tendencies that you might lose some muscles. it happens. I
Okay.
mean, it happens, and it's like your
Is
total
it like a
body.
long distance running, or any running can cause you to lose muscle?
Long distance. I mean, if you are short distance, I mean, it could work as your cardio. Even at the gym, people do cardio.
Yeah.
So I try as much not to run on Mondays, because Mondays I'm lifting. I need a lot of energy, and if I run on Mondays, because I'm going, except if I'm not going to do leg workouts on Monday, because if I do, I might not have enough energy or strength to push myself
Right.
to lift heavy. So what I do is, on Mondays I go to the gym, I lift like very heavy for my leg days, and then on Tuesdays are usually like my bicep, my tricep, and my back. So when I get to the gym, before I start my workout on this particular day, I usually begin the day by doing some walk or run on the treadmill. But because I started running, when I get to the gym in the evening, I don't start with the treadmill, because I've already gone for my run in the morning. So that run away substitutes for that, running that I usually do before my workout. So I run on that day, because I know that day at the gym, I'm not lifting heavy. So I don't usually lift heavy on my upper body days as much as I lift heavy on my lower body days, because I have a goal. And the goal is to have a smaller upper body and a little bit bigger lower body.
So, and I saw you doing pull-ups like conveniently. Someone asked me, someone who have the goal to be able to do pull-up, a lady, right? She said that men have, maybe because of maybe broad chest or something, they have more strength in their upper body than women. So how can you build a upper body strength as a lady?
You have to be lifting. Like, you have to train your upper body to get strong. Women, like, oftentimes, well, it's now that the narrative is changing. But before, people usually believe that if you train your upper body, you're going to look bulky, you're going to look like a man. But guy, it takes like, you would have to have trained for so long for you to be able to have that aesthetic of build that men have.
Right.
Or you have to be on steroids. You have to be taking some, some stuffs. So it doesn't just work that way, that because you're working your upper body, you will now suddenly overnight look like a man. Most women, when they go to the gym, the only workouts they do is they usually focus on just leg. But it doesn't work that way. Me, I work on my leg just 3 times in a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You see, Tuesdays, Thursdays, they're my upper body days. Then on Saturday, I don't work out.
And I saw something on your page saying,
You really would have gone through my page.
Yeah, definitely. If I want to talk to you, I need to.
Well, it's true.
That says from self-doubt to self-discipline. Can you talk us through that story?
Okay, so when I meant from self-doubt to self-discipline, it was basically, it came from my journey through the time that I was working out. I was not seeing any changes in my body. So I had like some self-doubt. In fact, I stopped working out at some point because I felt like all of the work that I was doing, I was not seeing results. So I was doubting myself. I was like, maybe this journey is not even for me. Maybe I can't even achieve this. So I stopped working out for a very long time. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. Like, nothing. So later, I'm like, that was when I realized that this fitness journey has become so much part of me that now it is something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I cannot imagine a life without working out. I can't imagine that life. I don't even want to think about it. So I'm like, girl, like, if you're going to be doing this, I missed that part of me working out. When I stopped, I missed it. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I want to go back to this. But how can I go back to this and be better and have a different result as to what I was getting before? So that was how I had to re-strategize. I had to, inculcate some discipline that I was not practicing before.
So everything you got to know, the nutrition, your workout, everything, is this something you learned from someone, or you just pick it up? I mean, did someone teach you this is what you do, or you pick these things up yourself?
It's funny, nobody taught me. Stretches that I do before my run.
Right.
So you have this, it stretches your hamstring. This is your hamstring, now.
Yeah.
So it just basically stretches it.
Where's the hamstring?
This part.
Okay.
I do like some 10 of that, so I put it. This very well. Now, why are you doing it like
okay.
count with?
No, I'm trying to learn.
You like, let's go. Sweep the floor. So you do it as if you're doing RDL. You know how to do RDL?
Like this?
Yeah, your form is, let me turn this way. So you're doing, so there's a stretch.
Okay.
So you're doing this.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, so they do a stretch here.
Right.
You're doing this.
I feel it more.
Exactly. So you do like some 10. You do 10 of that. Exactly. This. Exactly. Nice. Yeah. So do like 10 of that. And then pogo jumps. Just, this one is literally like waking up your legs. Yeah. And there's this high knee. Some 20. And then if there's something to hold, let me hold you. So leg swing your leg back and forth like this. I used to make it turn so I can see what I'm doing, but I'll still hold you. So like this, front and back. I do like 20 for each.
More adductors
and abductors. Yeah, just to make your abductors. So try to hold me inside. Hold me. No, like you have to stretch it very well. Yeah, very well. You have to get the stretch. Stretch it very well.
So not just swinging.
Yeah, you have to stretch it. Yeah, because that's the goal. You stretch it very well. Then do for the other side too. Why are you breathing hard? I see this hard. Right, this one. Put up here. Yeah. I like it a lot. So you get deep stretch, lunge into twisting.
Okay.
Yeah. You lunge
so you twist to
the side
leg.
Yes. Exactly. Then come back up. Bring the leg forward back. Put the other leg.
I see people looking like us, like we are doing something weird. Do you get this a lot?
A lot.
How do you feel?
I ignore them.
You were saying something about breathing. How do you control your breath while running?
So I learned that from my research.
Yeah.
That you should learn to breathe through your nose. If you are breathing like this, it means you are struggling. So you need to first learn to control your breathing.
Those both in and out is
in and out.
All through your 10K yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you snack on anything or maybe drink anything just to refill?
Yes. Water.
Okay.
And at one point, the guy I was running with asked me to take some sugar.
Right.
Some soda. Even though ordinarily, I don't take that.
So good. Awesome. You said something about mindset. So, if your mind is not connected, there's no way you're going to pull through. There's no way
you pull through because, see, running, one thing I've realized is that running is a mindset thing, yeah? Your mind will first tell you that, oh, you are tired, stop, before even your body stop. So if you're able to control your mind, if you're able to, work on your mind and strengthen your mind, and your mind is very strong, even when you think that you are tired or you feel that you should stop, you'll be able to push through. So, can you tell me the reason why you decided to send me a message for us to run together when you come to Nigeria?
I saw the consistency. I saw how you post often. I saw the tenacity. I saw the dedication. Then I saw the one that caught my attention really. I saw the transformation.
Yeah,
I saw the before and the after. And I see how you keep going on your runs. You talk about it. You document everything. And as I said, I run a show on YouTube where I talk to people about fitness and I learn from them. And I'm like, this is someone I would love to learn from. And people outside will learn from your hard work. I know there's a lot of people out there who want to be like you. I mean, you said something about being stuck at a stage, at a point. There's a lot of people who are like that currently, and they need motivation from someone like you. So this is one of the reasons I said, no, I need to talk to you, and thank you for accepting the invitation. I know how busy you are. Yesterday you went for a race, so still have to do this today. It's a lot, and I appreciate that. I'm happy to be here with you and meet you, seeing you in person. And I've learned a lot from you, for you, the stretch and all. And I believe anyone seeing this will learn a lot too. Keep doing the hard work.
Thank you so much. I mean, it was nice meeting you. When I saw your message at first, I'm like, is this real? Is this not a scam? Is this that was what I was going through my mind. I'm like, this could be a scam, like this could be a so like when I now saw your message, I saw the consistency in your message. And there's one thing that also stood out for me. Like, you're very polite in the way you like.
Am I? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're really polite in your messages. Like, I'm like, okay, this person sounds polite. This person is not coming off as if the person deserves it, you know. It was a very polite, respectful request. And so, yeah, when I saw the consistency in your message, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this guy is serious. Maybe he really wants to do this. Finally, we ended up meeting, and it's been a beautiful, collaboration. And I've enjoyed this, this whole process. And I look forward to whenever you're in Nigeria and you want to, do something else again,
I mean, there will be more to do, even online and offline. You can always do something.
Okay. So this is just to say it was nice meeting you, and it was nice
meeting you too.